All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into this morning is dealing with ain't no breaks, all right, on prophecy. Okay, ain't no breaks, and we live in a society as prophecy, is constantly, being fulfilled. Things are moving quicker. 2025, the Lord has definitely shifted gears, all right, in terms of prophecy. Okay, He has these devils on go. Okay, He has, everything written, all right, that's to come to pass in motion, and people are now seeing, a drastic change, okay, in the America that they fell in love with. Okay, that America is gone. All right, and what we have to understand, everything written in the scriptures to happen is now happening real time. Okay, and we're gradually sliding into Jacob's trouble. We're gradually sliding into the Third World War. We're gradually sliding into the MOTB being mandated. Okay, you have this big push on AI. Okay, you have all these executive orders, going forth, setting the stage, for the technocracy. Okay, you see a style of government where you have unelected officials with all this authority. Okay, well, these things were all written from the beginning, and what you have is people want to try to salvage, you know, their convenient, comfortable lifestyles in America. They want to try to hold on to it, but it's slipping away. Okay, there's so much uncertainty in the air, dealing with, government assistance and social security and, is AI gonna replace my job and this and that? Well, the problem is that when you have stake in this world, when you have an expectation in this world, you're gonna be extremely disappointed because the will of the Lord is current age to carry on. Okay, it has to be uprooted. Okay, and that's our people not being in tune with what's written in the scriptures, not being in the loop of prophecy, man. And they're not comforted, which we're going to get into all those things, man. Which when you go to Numbers 23 and 19, it says the Most High is not a man. So, yeah, I read it said the Most High is not a man. Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither is the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he not said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and all it says, and shall he not make it good? All right, and you read this in the NLT. It says the Most High is not a man, so he doesn't lie. He is not human, so he doesn't change his mind. Has he ever spoken and failed to act? Has he ever promised and not carried it through? Okay? And this is the part of us being born again because we have to accept what the will of the Lord is. You see, people have a hard time and they're racking their brains and they're panicking and they're stressed because they haven't accepted the will of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Speaking of our people, this is the will of the Lord that's happening, man. And we have to understand people are still under that delusion like America is a good thing for them. Like the Western culture is a good thing for them. All right. So in their minds, it's like they're losing. But we understand, no, we finna gain. Okay. And the Lord gonna make good on all his promises, man. You look at the situation we in now, this is based off of promise. Because the Lord makes a promise of punishment and promise of blessings. Okay, and we're living proof that he makes good on his promise of punishment, man. Okay, that's the reason we're in captivity. It's the reason why we're scattered. Not, for a time we didn't know who we were. Okay, Esau was in power. That's all promises of punishment, man. Okay, but this same power made punishments a blessing for us as well. And we understand that we're right here at the doorstep of the blessings. But we know it's going to get extremely bad before those blessings come into effect. We got to go through the straight gate. You see, and Jake can see the straight gate is on the way. All right, but Jake wants to stay on that broad. Jake want to keep the party going on the Broad Gate, and they want to stop, what's to come. They wish they could stop. Like Jake is trying to hit brakes on the car, but it ain't no brakes. Okay, on this vehicle of prophecy, ain't no brakes, and everybody's all right in the car. Okay, and how it ends is going to be different, but everybody's in the car. Okay, and you got all these people, want to hit brakes. Ain't no brakes on prophecy, man. Everything is all wheels ahead, man. All steam ahead. Okay, until because it's all going into the will of Yahweh Shemal Shah. It's all ushering in Yahweh Shah, man, as the true king of the earth. Okay, so um, reading this again, Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man, so he does not lie. He is not a human, so he does not change his mind. Has he ever spoken and failed to act? Has he ever promised and not carried it through? Okay? So in punishment and in blessing, the Lord is going to carry everything through. And see, we're in the time of blessing. Those that believe. That's why, hey, we should be rejoicing because the Lord gave us a spirit to believe, and the Lord gonna these promises, man. Everything that's written that we go into, we go into the windows of Agate, the streets of gold. A little one becoming 1,000. Their last shall be first. you know, those new bodies. You see, the possession of the earth. Okay, the earth being turned back to paradise. See, this is what we see when we look at the bad news of this society. Showing you that the elect and the non-elect are looking at everything through two different lenses. All right, and that's why Yahweh Shah said this, and we'll get this. It's in St. John chapter 8, verse 12. It says, Then spake Yahweh Shah again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life, man. We understand that this true life is beyond this. This is not living. Okay, we know that true life is beyond these current circumstances that we in now. No matter how much money, no matter what status we have, none of these things is true life because the wicked is still in power. See, we understand the bigger picture because we're looking through the lenses of Yahweh Shai. We see beyond the gifts. When scripture speak about the gifts that destroy the heart. And you just give these Americans, you give our people, their daily entertainment, okay? Because it's a lesson I want to go into entertainment. Americans in general invest a lot into entertainment, okay? So we'll get to go into just a touch on that. But you get these people their daily entertainment, okay? The PlayStation Network, you see, the sports, all right, social media, all right, the ability to go on a cruise, a vacation or two, the club, and Jake, content. Jake don't care what's happening in the earth. Jake don't care what the so-called white man is up to, the devil. Long as they have their daily convenience right in front of them and they can kick it, Jake cool. Because Jake not walking in life. Jake don't know what life is. See, this truth is teaching us what life is, man, and this ain't it. Okay? True life is to come. And we understand that, hey, this place has to be removed. This place has to be dismantled. It has to, the earth has to be shaken to and fro like a drunkard for us to get to life, man. And we understand that because we're looking through the lens of Yahweh Shah. See, we're in the board meeting. You see, when we're in this truth and we're in this understanding, we understand the counsel of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. We understand what's next. Because you got this thing with these politicians, how they're able to, you know, cheat the stock market because, they're privy to they're privy to certain information dealing with these big companies because these companies have to check in the government, okay, with particular things. All right. So these politicians are able to capitalize off, that inside trading, that inside information, knowing before time. Okay. So they get to capitalize off that information. You see, one of the main ones, you deal with Nancy Pelosi. You know how her family makes a fortune off of inside trade. Knowing the scoop before things happen, knowing what to sell, knowing what to buy, knowing what to dump. Okay. Well, guess what? We have the inside when it comes to the new kingdom that's coming to the earth. You see, we know what it is, so we begin to make moves accordingly, man. All right. We understand. Okay, we start to sell off in this world, and start to buy up stocks in Yahweh Shai, invest in Yahweh Shai. And we know that when this place falls, because when you go to the stock market, you're betting on certain things to collapse and you're betting on certain things to hit. That's how the stock market works. Because when some collapse, that means something else hit. Okay? When the VCR collapsed, the DVD player hit. Okay? When you know when Nintendo collapsed, all right, PlayStation hit. You see, so when you go into the stocks, you're betting on something to fall, and you're betting on something to win. Okay, and if you have inside information on what's trending and what's happening, what these companies finna do, then you have inside information and you can place a wager on something that's going to hit. Okay, and this is what we have in Yahweh Shai. Okay, we have the scoop on the inside. We're in those board meetings in the spirit with Yahweh Y, Yahweh Shai, and they're telling us this to play. Okay, so we're able to invest in Yahweh Shai, and we're betting on this place to fall. So when we see this place falling, hey, our stock is looking good. You see, our stock in Yahweh Shai looking good when we see this place collapse, man. Okay? So going back to St. John 8 and 12, then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness. And this is why Jake is so panicky and all over the place and don't know what to do next. And, they in the uproar about Trump and they still looking for some type of hero to save them from Trump. And, some Jake think Trump is the hero. They all over the place because they're walking in darkness, man. All of them are in darkness, man. All this is finna fail. Okay, from the elite bankers who Jake don't even have a clue about to the least of these devils is finna fail. Okay, and if your expectation is in this place, it's going to fail because Jake still got all their stock in America, man. Okay, America still looks something worth betting on to them. Okay, and then if they see it collapsing and falling, they're bothered, man. And it only gets worse. This is only the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay? It says, I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life, man. And we understand what life is, and it's in Yahweh Shai, man. We don't really start living until Yahweh Shai comes. And as we live in Yahweh Shai now, we get, little perks. Okay? We get little tidbits of what life is supposed to be. The way that the way that brothers are able to, you know, collab, their true love, all right, their true brotherhood, it's a glimpse of what things are going to be, a network of, wise men, that you're able to get counsel from, okay? You're pouring into men, men are pouring into you, building, growing, trust, men you can trust, okay? That's a glimpse of what's to come, all right? True living is in Yahweh Shai. And our people that's on the outside of it, they're standing on something that's very unstable, man. A world that's prophesied to be destroyed. Okay, let's get that in Psalms. As I said that, Psalms 127 and 1. It says, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Okay, so except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it, man. In the house of Esau, everything that is entailed, this beast system, these corporations, the money system, and all these false religions and doctrines, and all this is finna fail. All this is a part of Esau's house. Okay? So our people, they have attached themselves and linked themselves and tied themselves into this system to the point to where they don't see nothing beyond this. They're building in vain. Everything that our people is building within this infrastructure, they're building in vain. And that's why we, all right, can't take these things so serious, man. We have our daily necessities. The Lord provide how He provide. We get up and go do what we gotta do, man. But being all into these things, and hell no, man. It's all in vain. We don't want to give too much energy to vanity. We're obligated, to where we gotta deal, to a degree, in this society, and in this world. Okay, but being too entangled in these things, man, it's in vain. Okay, it's not gonna matter. Nothing that we establish here is going to matter in the time of judgment. The only thing that's going to matter is that favor, man. So our mindset is to continue to grow and to build in the favor of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You know? So going back into it, Psalms 127 and 1, it says, except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep watch, the city. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman wake it but in vain. Yeah, so, these different, economists, okay, these different geopolitical analysts, okay, these economy analysts, and these people are trying to keep track of what's going on. And is America going to rebound? What can we do? What we need? It's all in vain. It's done. Okay, this place is done. You see, and we have the comforter. And see what that's a major problem. Okay, with our people is that they don't have the comforter, man. You see, when you go here to that's Ecclesiastes, is it? All right, Ecclesiastes 4. All right, and 1. It says, so I returned and considered all the oppressions that are under, all right, that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And the side of the oppressor there was power, but they had no comforter. And see, Jacob doesn't have a comforter. We're comforted by what's happening because we have faith in Yahweh. The Lord blessed us with the spirit of understanding. Okay, which that's the comforter, being able to understand the scriptures. This Bible is a comfort unto us because we heard it mixed with faith. Okay, but the scriptures say that our people have no comforter, man. And also, when they see these things happening, they have nothing to comfort them. This is why they eat like they eat the comfort foods. They're always trying to be on the move. Escapism. Okay, well, we don't need escapism because we got the comforter. Okay, when we see these things happening, we think of prophecy, man. We think of the good that's to come. Okay, we think of the big picture. You see, but when you don't have the comforter, you can't think big picture. You can only think of what's right in front of you, man. These false realities given to you by the devil. Okay, and that's why a lot of people are getting ready to take this sea hip to get back to their comfort, man. Okay, when you go here to the book of St. John, speaking of the comforter. Oh, Salaki. It's the book of St. John, chapter 14, and verse yep, this is St. John 14 and 16. And it says, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. And see, this is what we have now. We have that comforter that's abiding with us, until Yahweh Shai returns, which Yahweh Shai goes into what? The author and finisher of our faith. Okay, because we're going to be living, okay, everything that we hope for. We're going to be in it. Everything that we believe, you know, We're going to be in it. Okay, we're going to be in those new bodies. We're going to be in those chariots. We're going to see the destruction of America. See, he's going to finish our fate. But we have a comforter, okay, which is the understanding of this word, this Bible, okay, hey, to keep us sane, to keep us comforted as the Lord gets ready to judge, man. As we're coming into the worst time since the earth was. Okay? Verse 17, it says, even the spirit of truth. You see, understanding the truth of the matter. You know, Jake refused to accept that they're Israelites, and Jake refused to accept that the so-called white man is the devil. Okay, Jake refused to understand that the God, all right, that they taught us of this world, what they told us about God is not true. What they told us about his son is not true. Okay, that God that only loves and only forgives, and that's not true. Okay, so we have the spirit of truth to understand what it is. Like that's why we have a true fear of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. That's why people think that the Lord, like people think the Bible got to fit into their emotions because there's no true fear. See, the God that was taught in this, the way that Esau presented God to this world was very passive, weak, okay, needy. Okay, when it's the complete opposite, man. Okay, and until you come into the truth, you really don't understand the fear of Yahweh by Shem Al Shai. You really don't develop that, all right, from the world viewpoint of what they call God and Jesus. You never develop any fear. Okay, God and Jesus have to fit into your program. Okay, that's the God and Jesus that was taught to our people, man. So this is why, as they see prophecy happening, it's like it's not fitting into their program. So it's like, what's happening? No, the God of the Bible, okay, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, he has an agenda in the earth, man. Okay, and it's explained in prophecy. And Jake is not in tune with prophecy, man. Because they're not in tune with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're in tune with the God of this world. What he says is prosperity and reality. Okay? What he says is important for them to get angry about, to be sad about, to rejoice about. They in tune with it. You know? St. John 14 and 17, even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. You know, and this is speaking of the world of Israel. Now we know that this truth is not for the heathen, you know, so it can apply to them, you know, but the world, the cosmos of Israel, all of them are not meant to receive the truth. And this is why, you know, prophecy is having a different effect on them. Okay? They're panicky, they're terrified, they're in uncharted territories because they not familiar with Yahweh Bashem Al Shah and what he's doing in the earth. Okay, so this is something strange to them. Okay, we look at it as righteousness, man. We see righteous judgment going forth. Okay, and it says, even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth in you and shall be in you. So Yahweh Shai is in the elect. You know, so when these things happen, we're comforted. We have the comforter in us, Yahweh Shai. And the Father is in Yahweh Shai, man. So we have the Father and the Son in us, man. This is why we begin to view things the way they view things, because we're in tune with this. We tapped in with this. We know what the Bible says. We know, understand prophecy. We understand, all right, that true life starts after this devil. We know this devil is a problem. That's another thing. You Israelites don't see Esau as a problem. You think it's just Trump. You don't understand that there's a big power structure. Trump is just a small part of a wicked power structure that runs the earth, man. You see, you think, you know, if you can get Trump out the way, things will go back. Okay? But when you had Biden, look at the freakiness that was shoved down your throat. Okay? Look at the madness that you Israelites was linked to. Okay? Now your biggest problem is Trump now. Okay? And that's another thing, when you are in this system, when your mindset is in this matrix, man, you're all over the place, man. You don't know up from down, left from right. You don't know what's happening, man. Esau got Jake in the blender. You know, it's like you take a Jake and you put them in the blender. You put their minds in the blender, okay, and you pour it into a cup. Okay, you pour some niggas into a cup of Republican. You pour some niggas into a cup of Christianity. You know, you pour some niggas into Democrats. Okay, and that's the type of control Esau has, all right, over Jacob. The guys of this world have blind minds of them that believe not. Okay, so if they trust in this system, they're all over the place, man. Jake is unstable as hell. Okay, all this random information Jake just be rattling off. Okay, with no understanding of nothing, man. Okay, go here. You jump down in the same chapter, St. John 14 and 27. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth." And this is Yahushua speaking. "Give I not unto you, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." So we have an inward peace that doesn't come from this world. You see, Jake is looking for comforts of this world. Jake is looking for some type of handout from this world. Okay, Jake is looking for some good news coming from this world. You see, this is what Jake expectation is on, man. A big, a gigantic loan for black businesses. See, that's what Jake is looking forward to. Okay, and well, we understand everything in this world comes with a trade-off, man. And especially you take something from this devil, hey, he expects something in return, man. You know, Jake was big on them PPP loans. You know I'm saying it right. Then they start roping you niggas to jail, man. Roping you niggas off to prison. Okay? Jake tries to find some comfort in this society and they always lose. But see, we have peace that's in Yahushua that doesn't come, all right, with the side effects, man. Okay? The fine print. No, hey, the peace that's in Yahushua, hey, we're when we see prophecy, man, hey, there's a peace that happens with us, man. You know, because the Lord is making good on his promises, man. You see? And showing you that, hey, what we have is a gift because we're looking at the same things that our people are looking at, but we're comforted, we're at peace. They're in chaos, as people speak about distress and perplexity of men. They're perplexed. You know, we're comforted, man. And that's a blessing within itself. You see? So let's go from there because what it says in Hebrews. Because one thing about it, our people have access to this word. So when you read Hebrews 4 and 2, it said, "For unto us, was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Okay? So here it is. All our people have the same access to the word. Because guess what? All these brothers that the Lord has raised up to prophesy, guess what? They somebody's son, nephew, okay, cousin. You see, father, brother. Okay, so our people have access to this word in many different ways. The YouTube, okay, Jake passed by the prophets, you know, every weekend. You see, so this word they have access to it, but they hear these things, but it's not mixed with faith. And this is why they're not comforted because, hey, the comfort is activated by faith. The peace that Yahweh gives is activated by faith. You know, and there's a peace in knowing that he is. That the Lord is in control of all this, man. The Lord got this figured out, man. You know? When we get into, because we in this flesh, so you can get to points of, being anxious and anxiety and, even depression, man. But you can remember, wait, man, He is. I'm good. I got my daily bread. I'm able, as a brother, able to edify the Lord. The scriptures say how that Jake, when the Lord got them demons off of him, he spoke about how he was clothed and he was in his right mind. You know, so daily we're clothed, being clothed with the truth, and we're in our right mind. Okay, and that's the thing that's gonna get us through, man. It's gonna be a mindset that endures this. It's gonna be a mindset of faith. It's gonna be a mindset of knowing the will of the Lord, knowing that this is all a plan. That wisdom and knowledge being the stability of our time. Okay, well that's a mindset. Okay, and this is what the masses of the people don't have. They don't have the mindset of Yahweh Bashem Shai. As you go to Romans 12, all right, it's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. And see, that's another thing. Our people refuse to submit themselves to the obedience of the scriptures. And we're not tasked with keeping the law perfectly, man. But the Lord requires us to separate from this world, man. Stop celebrating the pagan holidays, okay? Stop calling on a pagan God, Jesus, okay? Get in order, understand, start to learn righteousness, man. You see, this grace period for us to rehearse the righteous acts and grow. Okay, and as men, the Lord has called us to make our body a living sacrifice, man, on the front line with His word. You see, we're working towards something. You see, our people that just give all their energy to this society, okay, they're coming to a time to where that's going to be disappointed. All right, they're going to be highly disappointed, man, because ain't no payoff in it. Okay, our people still have this carnal world, this carnal society. They still trying to heal this place. They still trying to revamp. Okay, the glory days of America is gone. It's over. It's done. You see, it only gets worse from here. And prophecy is full steam ahead. Ain't no signs of letting up. Prophecy is full steam ahead, man. Ain't no brakes on the car. All gas. Both pedals is gas pedals. You have your gas and you brake. No, both pedals is gas pedals. Okay, fast and faster. Okay, and so that's where we at with this thing, man. All right, the emergency brake ain't no reverse. Everything is go. Okay, and everything that you people are doing is in vain. I'm gonna get back to that Romans. I want to get this here too. It's the book of Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Second Ezra 16 and 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Okay? Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. A pilgrim has a mindset that he's passing through. We're passing through America. Okay? This is not our final destination. We're finna go home. Okay? That's another thing. Jake, look at America as their home. Nah, this is our captivity. This is where we learn to appreciate righteousness, man. Okay, this what this was for. This is where we're going to be proved to be found worthy for salvation. Okay, but this is not all right. The end all be all. This is not our rest. And Jake is disgruntled, and Jake is panicking because they're trying to constantly make this place their rest. Okay, that's why they're vexed. The dismantling. They're seeing everything that they poured into. Okay, and America is being dismantled. All right. Verse 41 says, He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise is he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyards as he that shall not gather the grapes. Okay? So this goes into how that we're, going to be, there's nothing wrong with having motion in this society. But we have to know that it's gonna come a time where we're gonna have to let these things go to drop over dime. Okay? You're gonna have to lose that career. Give a damn how much you make, how long you been working there, what you got built up in it. If you're a part of that hopeful lick, hey, you're gonna have to lose those things, man. Don't care if you bought that car last week, you bought that house 6 months ago, you just finished modifying it like you want. And guess what? If it's time to leave, it's gonna be time to leave that, man. We're passing through. And when you're a pilgrim, your mindset is, all right, hey, just enough to get by. Because this ain't the final destination. You know? We wasn't here to put our roots in the ground. Okay? We're here to do this work. Okay? Grow in your house shot. Okay? Grow individually. Okay? Become better brothers. You see? Leaders. Grow into these judges that we read about. Okay? And it's going to come a time to where we're not going to be able to go through our mundane day to day. Okay? We're going to have to make a major pivot and trust in the Lord. While these people finna trust in this system, man. Okay? So our minds have to be prepared to let everything go when need be. And there's certain things that we let go on the way. Hey, we should be constantly unpacking Babylon, man, on our journey to the kingdom. We should constantly be unpacking Babylon, man, traveling light. Okay? So let's go from there. And it says, He that occupy merchandise is he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth is he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard is he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widows. And understand, like, this is why, as prophets, man, we don't have the traditional lifestyles, man. We can't be traditional husbands, man. Okay, brothers and sons or whatever. We can't fulfill those roles like people in the world because we have higher obligations, man. Okay. Now, it's a balance, especially, you brothers with women, with wives, you got that due benevolence and, you know, especially if you got one that's aiding you in this thing, they need to be poured into. But outside of that, man, hey, there's still gonna be moments of, just as Apostle Paul say, the time is short. They that have wives be as though they had none. And it's not a neglect based on just being spiteful. It's because nah, we're watchmen, man. There's a lot going on. We're watchmen. Okay, and you go into the life of an ancient watchman. They didn't live like everyone else. Okay, because they had the highest duty, which is to watch the city. And the elect is like a city within itself, man. So the watchmen are always on those towers. Sometimes, because you had shifts, but then even with that, sometimes those shifts will overlap because hey, there was a lot going on outside the walls, man. They need to be monitored. And then the watchmen also walk through the city, you know, and watching particular things, man. His brothers, scan, YouTube and different things and call certain things out, whether it's behavior in Israel or, things that's happening, the happenings. Okay? So we can't live those traditional lives like everyone else. This is part of the sacrifice, but it's temporary, man. Because we're going to have forever to be the best husbands in the earth, the best brothers in the earth. Okay, the best fathers in the earth. We're gonna have eternity to do that. Right now, we tapped in and being all right. Hey, the best prophets right now, man. The best watchmen. Okay, and we do what we can with everything else, but this is the priority, man. Okay, and it says, "As therefore they that labor in vain. They that labor in vain." So all this chasing the bag, all this starting 2, 4, 5 businesses, and all this shit finna be in vain. All these things that people can acquire in this world is gonna be in vain. That's why we shouldn't take a mind to it, man. If anything, we should be looking at how can I simplify. you know, how can I simplify things, man? All right, because because we want to be as less obligated to this world as possible, man. As this thing getting ready to collapse, and just being dead to any expectation, okay, or any ambition of this world, man. All right, Romans 12:2 it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." And see, the elect really began that process of being transformed. You know, the hopeful elect will begin that process because you got our people that hear this word and they agree with certain points. All right, but they never started transforming their mind. That's why when things happen, and it's a thing like someone can agree, and it seems like they own something, they might be okay, this person might get it, but then something that happened in the news and the way they react show you that okay, they mind really not being transformed. Something happened in their life and the way they react, it show okay, they mind not being transformed. You know, and that's why they always trying to hit the brakes. Like, hold on, nah, ain't no hold on. okay, there's only two speeds, fast and faster, and it's leading to America being a desert, so-called white man and these heathens going into captivity, and Yahweh Shah establishing the throne of David forever in the earth, man. Okay, that's that's where this thing is headed. That's where this vehicle of prophecy is headed, man. Okay, so Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful like Shalom.